सर्वप्रथम नमस्कार. Today we shall talk about the schools of the Hindu law, because that schools which are concerning to the Code of Civil Procedure Code 1908. In our daily routine life, we will go into the honorable court and also attend our civil litigation cases on the basis of the procedure which is called as the Civil Procedure Code 1908. But that procedure and that the provision which are utilized on the basis of the, that means the schools of the Hindu. The schools of the Hindu law are of the two major concepts are there, two major schools are there. The first schools which is called as the Mitakshara school and second one which is called as the Dayabhaga schools. Both are schools which are going to talk about the Hindu Succession Act came into force 17th June 1956. The Mitakshara schools, it extend to the throughout India except in Bengal, because that Bengal, state of the Bengal, in a study in Dayabhaga schools. The Mitakshara schools throughout the India except in Bengal. The Mitakshara schools was written by one of the best Indian Sanskrit writer which is called the Vijneshwara in 12th century of the India. The Mitakshara schools having two main kinds are there, two main concepts are there. The first concept which is called as the law of inheritance and second one which is called as the Hindu joint family system. Both are part we will going to study in Hindu Succession Act came into force 17th June 1956. In Mitakshara schools, the son is entitled to his share in ancestral property after his birth, by birth. Because that Hindu joint family system, that study of that system in their Mitakshara schools. And also with the co-partners of the property, which is also called as the Hindu joint families properties, because that property devolved from the descending to the lineal descendant. Mitakshara schools having subdivided into the four schools are there. These are the four schools are there. The first schools which is called as the Dravidian schools, which is called as the Madras schools. Dravidian schools, it extend to the only be the South India. That means the seventh extract, the study about the seventh extract in only be the South India. The Dravidian schools which are extend to the South India, and also the second one which is called as the Maharashtra schools or the Bombay schools. It extends to the Gujarat and Maharashtra or Bombay. Which are accepted by the schools which is called as a Vyavara Mayukka and authored by the Nilakantha. It's an Indian Sanskrit writer, sir. The second schools which is called as a Benaras schools. It extends to the northern India. Which are accepted by the schools which is called as Viro Mitrodaya, which is author which is called as Mitra Mishra. These are the whole totally Indian Sanskrit writers. A second school which is called as Punjab schools. It prevails that it extends to the only with the East Punjab, which are accepted by the schools which is called as the Viro Mitrodaya and which are authored by the which is called as Mitra Mishra. Last one schools which is also called as which is name is also called as Mithiala schools. Mithiala schools it extend to the Bihar and Uttar Pradesh, which are accepted by the schools which is called as Vivada Chintamani and authored by the Vashyapati. These are the whole four schools which are under the provision of, which are under the process of that Mitakshara schools. Both are schools which is also depends upon the Hindu joint family system. But that whole schools which are depends upon on the basis of the theory which is called as a Hindu Succession Act 1956. It came into force 17 June 1956. My friends and my senior most advocates and my colleagues, these whole schools are very important in our daily routine work, because we will going to the honorable court and also represent our civil litigation cases, and that whole cases on the basis of these are the schools. The second part of the schools of the Hindu law, that is the name is Dayabhaga schools. Dayabhaga school, it extends to the only with the Bengal, and that schools written by the one of the best Indian Sanskrit writer, which is called as the G. Mutavahana. The schools of the Dayabhaga, the study of the Dayabhaga. For example, I will represent one of the best of, for example, in front of you. The son is entitled in his share in his ancestral property at the date of his birth. One of the best concept, because at the time of death, son entitled to his share in his ancestral property. But we will discuss about the Mitakshara schools. Son is entitled to his share in his ancestral property at the time of his birth. He is only with the birth. Totally different concept. that's why these whole theory are depends upon the Hindu Succession Act 1956. So that's why my request to you, all of my senior advocates and also my colleagues, friends, please, you read, you study about the whole school cycle. Without the study of the Mitakshara, we will not, what is exactly understanding, not understanding to the, that means the civil litigation process. Part of the procedure we will study in daily routine life in Honorable Court. And also our Honorable Senior Most Advocate also had been gave to the knowledge about the daily routine life and also knowledge about the schools of the Hindu law. I personally heartily thankful to my Senior Most Advocate Amol Desai sir, Kiran Ghadge sirs. These are the very God for me. Both are senior, lots of give knowledge to me. So please read that schools, please you will read that all links on that concept. I request you.